In your morning consumer news, the IRS says upwards of $1 billion in refunds for tax year 2021 is still unclaimed. The deadline to claim that is right around the corner. According to the agency, more than 1.1 million taxpayers across the country still have unclaimed refunds from 2021. The IRS says the median refund amount is an estimated $781 for that year. By law, taxpayers usually have 3 years to file and claim their tax refunds. Recession concerns are on the rise. JP Morgan Chase now saying there's about a 40% chance the U.S. economy will enter a recession before the end of the year. That is a 10% hike from what economists there had forecast just in January. They say the Trump administration's actions, including its trade war and federal job cuts, are among the factors causing the increased risk. Egg prices could soon crack, but don't count your savings yet. The wholesale price retailers pay for loose eggs dropped 15% in early March, averaging about $6.85 a dozen. While this does suggest lower prices could be coming, any relief will likely be short-lived. Experts predict prices will spike again as Easter and Passover celebrations drive up demand. It is the first time in 4 months inflation has slowed, but many economists warn the news could be short-lived. Jen Sullivan breaks down the numbers for us.
Inflation fell for the first time in months, according to a federal report released Wednesday. The Consumer Price Index measures price changes for a variety of goods and services.
This month was really the first progress we'd seen toward moving inflation down closer to that 2%.
Greg McBride with Bankrate says the Federal Reserve wants to see inflation closer to 2% before dropping interest rates. And according to this latest report, inflation is at 2.8% for 12 months ending in February. But McBride warns this good news could be short-lived.
With tariffs looming, that adds an upside risk to inflation in the months ahead.
President Donald Trump announced tariffs on imports from 3 of America's largest trade partners, China, Canada, and Mexico, as well as 25% taxes on all steel and aluminum imports. And Wednesday, Canada announcing retaliatory tariffs of 25% on billions of dollars worth of American goods.
It's not just the imported items that are susceptible to price increases. Domestic producers, if they're facing less price competition from foreign competitors, they're likely to boost their prices too.
All of this comes as the cost of living is already high for many Americans. And this latest report shows shelter prices, which measures housing costs, went up 0.3% last month.
The pressure on household budgets has been really unrelenting.
Overall, food prices went up 0.2%. Egg prices shot up 10.4% in February, the biggest jump. Prices also up for beef and meats, poultry, fish, as well as cereal and bakery products. The good news is gas prices dipped 1% last month.